Patriots. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete.
It's a big play there for the Patriots. 48 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Throwing is Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
4th down.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Give me some. Give me some. Shoot.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson, and he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
At the 45-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 30.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Jennings on the tackle.
Be interesting to see. Not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Patriots 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
27-yard line.
Just a yard to go here on second down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Patriots 3.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the gun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Seahawks 14. Patriots.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
3-yard pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
New England.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
Newton's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On the pickup.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
On the ground, Michel. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton. To Michel on the screen. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Newton's pass.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
1st and goal, New England.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. To throw again, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 44 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Patriots 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Complete.
Josh Gordon, 77 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the extra point.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This complete to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
To throw is Wilson. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
On first down, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Carson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Dante Hightower on the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Myers' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Go, Mike, what you on? Mike, what you on? Hey, let's come up. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's come. Bring out, bring out. Bam, bam. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 51 to
He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What a great rookie campaign in 2019 for DK Metcalf, who came in with high expectations, was actually upset that he went in the 2nd round, not the 1st round, but quickly proved everyone wrong who didn't take him prior. 900 yards receiving, 7 touchdowns, and looks exactly like a Seattle Seahawks receiver is supposed to look. Big, strong, physical, and catches all the contested passes downfield.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 20-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm on. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. 14.
Now Wilson on first down. That's caught by Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Cam fighting, he lost the football, it's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
14. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They run it with Carson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second and 5 now. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds Penny. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
So they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
First down, Patriots.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Slant route, caught by Edelman. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, Michelle. Room here to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has For big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 27, Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen.
Wilson.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever's good.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run it. This is Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Newton trying to lay one up deep. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Wiggles free.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
Again with Peterson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a 1st-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
I'm not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. A play fake to Michel, now Newton. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
And it's Michel once again. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
from the gun. Newton. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Stick on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
51's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
And they take a knee.
Stick on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here.
Stick.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Tonight.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my crowd, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly like mama to the moon.